monthly specials to help bring us some extra savings on some other products?
The reason we did that is because I'm only at HSN basically 4 times a year plus December. So that means there's 7 months when we have no Today special. And so what we decided is when we're not here, and what's great about it, the monthly specials have become so popular that we get to provide pretty much the same savings as a Today special, because those savings are always based upon our production volume. We manufacture everything. You're standing with us right here in our factory. I mean, how many companies that you buy products from do you get to a couple of times a year visit their factory, see all the machines, and see the people who are making all of those products? So that's what you get to see here that I'm very proud of. But our monthly specials now have become so popular, and we even do them during the months when I'm here. So we have our Today special, and we also have the monthly special that will continue when we're done on Monday. This monthly special will continue until December 31st. And it's Vitamin K2 MK7, along with our calcium magnesium intensive care. And our CalMag, that's a simple story. It's just the most, it's the most easy and enjoyable calcium product you've ever tried. Easy to swallow, won't upset your stomach. Vitamin K2 MK7 is a more complex story. And they both relate to one another because vitamin K2 MK7 is totally different from the vitamin K you've always heard about. The other vitamin K, vitamin K1, that's involved in blood clotting. And that's why if you're, say, taking certain blood thinners and things like that, you'll be told to watch your vitamin K1 intake. Also, nowadays, there's a whole new class, a whole new generation of blood thinners that are on the market. Previously, there were things like Coumadin and heparin, and those you had to be very careful with the vitamin K intake. Now there's that new generation, I think like Xarelto, and there's a whole group of them that function differently. They attack the blood clotting process. Their mechanism is different, and as a result of that, vitamin K no longer is an issue. But here, the vitamin K we're talking about is not a vitamin K that relates to blood clotting. And interestingly enough, the reason why vitamin K has its name, vitamin K1, it was originally observed its role in blood clotting, and it was originally observed in Germany. And if you look at the German word for coagulation, for clotting, it's spelled with a K instead of a C. Coagulation in America, when we spell it in English, it's obviously C-O-A. In German, it's spelled with a K. So that's why it became vitamin K1. So structurally, chemically, vitamin K2 has a resemblance to vitamin K1. Mechanistically, physiologically, its role in your body, entirely different. Couldn't be more unrelated. And vitamin K2 MK7 relates to how calcium is used in our body. And calcium is a mineral that's found in all of our cells. The largest reservoir of calcium in our body is in our bones. But it's not just a reservoir. Our body is designed it's a brilliant design, functionally very intelligent. So when you look at our design of our bones, yes, calcium's a reservoir, but calcium also is part of the structural integrity of our bones. So we want to make sure that that reservoir of calcium is retained and our bones remain strong. We don't want that calcium leaching or going to places where it doesn't belong. That's called undesirable calcification. And in terms of our arteries, our veins, our blood vessels, extremely undesirable calcification because it could impair the flexibility and the resiliency of, say, our arteries. And there's no better barometer of our youthful vitality than the elasticity and flexibility of our arteries. Probably even more so than the flexibility and resiliency of our joints or the flexibility and resiliency of our skin. So vitamin K2 MK7, how strange that this material that we talk about in terms of calcium, that its role in heart health relates to its ability to retain the flexibility and resiliency and promote that flexibility and resiliency of our veins, our arteries, our valves in our heart, It's peculiar, but that's exactly how it indirectly or fairly directly promotes the flexibility and resiliency of those critical structures. And as I often say, you're only as old as your arteries.
Right.
And how we keep our arteries young is keeping them elastic, flexible, all sorts of things we can do, keeping our blood pressure at a healthy level, keeping our blood sugar and our A1C at a healthy level, making sure our blood lipids are well balanced, and certainly with vitamin K2 MK7, making sure that calcium stays where we want and doesn't end up where we don't want it.
We are moments away from going on our exclusive inside tour to show you around where your vitamins, where your supplements get made. So stay with us. In the next 60 seconds or so, we're going to do a full tour around Andrew's facility. It's going to be exciting to see. If you're shopping today, you're guaranteed the biggest savings, the free shipping, the 6 flex pays and everything. The Choco Nuvo today's special, phosphatidylcholine today's special. I mean, everything today is as good as it can be, and our monthly specials are a great time to stock up.
And even there was a fun study published, and I think they were only monitoring, because when it comes to supplementation, these are not drugs or medicines. The benefits of these are derived certainly on a daily basis in terms of supporting key systems and organs in our body, but they're really intended like a healthy diet to deliver lifetime benefits. But even just looking at vitamin K2 MK7, they were looking at individuals taking, and I believe it was 100 micrograms, the exact dose we're talking about here, and it was over a period of, I think, just a matter of months. And in a matter of months, they were able to observe and measure increased arterial resiliency and flexibility. So it's a rather exciting ingredient. It's not something you'll find in a multivitamin, specifically because of those vitamin K reasons. So it's one of those separate nutrients that really, and it's a vitamin. So I often say it is the single most important vitamin to contemplate adding to your multivitamin, because it won't be present in your multivitamin.
I have put on my lab coat, look at this custom-made lab coat right there, look.
I don't rate a lab coat, unfortunately.
No, Andrew's the boss. I've got my hair net. Andrew, I'm excited to see the...
So we'll do a little tour here. We're going to quickly just, following up, we'll have the graphic up for calcium, magnesium,